here at the McCormack Pond in the Dundas Valley Conservation Area. In 2005, about 40 large goldfish were introduced into this pond by an unknown source. Since that time, we estimate that up to 40,000 goldfish are now in the pond. The Conservation Authority has made several efforts to remove the goldfish from this pond in the last few years, but have yet been unsuccessful. Since that time, the pond has gone from a crystal clear groundwater fed system with an abundance of aquatic vegetation to a churned up pond that you can barely see through. It looks like pea soup. There's no aquatic vegetation, and we are very disappointed in what's happened here. And this is all as a result of the way goldfish live, the way they eat. They pull up vegetation from the bottom, stirring up silt, and they have, as a result, made quite a mess of the pond. With respect to the Jefferson salamander, we're quite concerned as well that the goldfish will be eating eggs and larval stages of the Jefferson salamander, which will directly impact the recovery of this species in Ontario. This fall, the Conservation Authority is going to be undertaking an eradication project in order to remove goldfish from this pond and Merrick Pond at another location in the Dundas Valley. The way we're going to be doing this is by applying a botanical pesticide known as rotenone. It is derived from the roots of tropical plants in the bean family and has been used for centuries by Aboriginal people to capture fish for food, and has more recently been used in various fisheries management projects across the world. Rotenone targets fish specifically, and at the dosage we will be using to target the goldfish, it will have little to no impact on other wildlife using the pond. Rotenone has very little persistence in the environment. In situations like ponds, it has up to a 3-week life cycle and otherwise breaks down and has no lingering impacts in the environment. When we apply the rotenone, there will be no Jefferson salamanders in the pond. There will, however, be green frog tadpoles still in the pond. At this life stage, they are still breathing through gills, which may make them susceptible to the doses of rotenone that we are applying. So we may be expecting some level of mortality, but staff will be doing all they can to minimize that. The green frog is a common and secure species in Ontario, and we anticipate that if there is some mortality, that they will be able to repopulate the area quickly. So here at Merrick Pond, the damage done by the goldfish isn't quite as extensive as it is at McCormack Pond. We were first informed in 2008 that goldfish had been introduced here. About 6 large goldfish were placed in the pond. We estimate there's probably, maybe up to 100 or so fish, possibly more right now. There's still an abundance of aquatic vegetation, and the water quality is quite good. The water is clear, indicating that they're not churning up the silt as much as it is in McCormack Pond right now. This fall, we'll also be treating Merrick Pond with rotenone in order to remove the goldfish. If we were not to take action this year, within a couple of years, this pond will look exactly the way McCormack Pond looks like today. So it's important that we take action now to prevent that from happening.